Sugar molds are all the rage these days, and I really want one, and I know some of my friends want one. So the last time I was at Home Depot, I picked up this 4x6 construction grade Douglas fir and figured I would give it a try. I measured to get the spacing correct on the holes, and they ended up being about 1 inch apart. I used a 2-inch Forstner bit. However, when I started researching more about sugar molds, I found out that authentic molds have a flat top cone shape. They would take pure cane sugar, liquefy it, and then put it into the molds to harden. Once it was hard, they would pop it out of the mold, wrap it in wax paper, and take it to the market to sell. In Mexico, they make authentic sugar molds out of mango wood. So it'd be fun sometime to try it with actual mango wood. I'm not sure where I'd find that. As you can see, this was really messy. There were shavings everywhere. My gosh, it looks like a squirrel lived here. You can see me look back here and realize that I am overflowing my dust collection bag. So it's time to dump it. Look at this. These shavings are just amazing. I've got to be able to use them for something. I just haven't figured out for what. I can't put them out with the horse because there's the potential that there could be metal in there. And we're going again. Although not necessary, I set my bandsaw at a 9-degree angle and ran them through it just to give them that effect of being taller at the top and smaller at the bottom. Now, of course, if you don't have a bandsaw, you can always just leave them in a rectangular shape. Then I used 150 grit sandpaper and I just sanded everything down. Sometimes the bandsaw can give it kind of a rough edge, so I wanted it to be smooth and not have any lines running through it. I used sandpaper and a round piece of wood to give the holes a distressed look. I wanted chamfered edges, so I used the block plane. I made sure to get the corners to show wear on them, as this is an area that an item's going to get bumped and show a lot more wear. When it came to the end grains, it was really rough and I needed to use sandpaper, but I didn't want to give it that round over edge, so I put the sandpaper on a piece of wood and then used it. I wanted to try something different with these, and I wanted to paint them white and give them kind of a rustic used look. So I painted them with brown spray paint first. And you don't see me do the white spray paint because that was a failure, so don't spray paint white, just ignore that it's like that. I ended up using white chalk paint instead. It's just what I'm familiar with and what works well for me. After the paint was dry, I used 400 grit sandpaper just to smooth out the paint coat. Then I switched to an 80 grit sandpaper and I went along and I distressed all of the areas that were going to be kind of high traffic areas. So this, you can just do as much or as little as you choose. It's kind of fun actually. It was my first time doing it, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's your own character on it that you're adding to it. Now, I paid close attention to distressing areas that were already damaged, that already had issues. So if there was a ding in the wood, I made sure to distress that area. And there was a crack in a couple of mine, and I made sure to distress that area too, and it just creates character rather than a defect. I pre-stained the brown ones off camera and am now going through with a general finish varnish just to give them a protective coat. Just a fun fact that sugar molds are still used in Mexico for brown sugar that's used in making tequila. For the white sugar molds, I used wax over the top of the chalk paint to seal them and provide that protective coat. It's not real important that they're protected, but in case people are going to put them on their dining room table or somewhere that they might get splashed with something, I want to make sure that people will be able to wipe stuff off of them and it won't ruin it. Overall, this was such a great project. It was a lot of fun. The wood only cost me $15 and I got 6 different sugar molds out of it. And it's something that I can change up and style it however I want. If you want more details on this, check out my blog. I will link it down below, and in the blog I'll list where I got my materials and just the different things that I used on it. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future builds.